Greetings, developers, Metaverse architects, and Hackathon participants. So happy to be here with you guys here today. And we are here for a Hackathon pitch session. This is the final stage of competition for Moralis Cross Cronos Metaverse Gaming Hackathon. Join me in welcoming some of our judges and hosts to the stage. I have Shiv here with me of Moralis. I also have Leslie of Cronos. And finally, Joseph as well is backstage somewhere. We'll introduce him here in a little bit. Gentlemen, feel free to introduce yourselves here to our audience.
Hey everyone, I'm Shiv from the events team, and I'm very excited to hear about the projects and the pitches. And yeah, what you guys think about. If you guys have any questions while you're listening to the pitch, feel free to put that in the chat. We'd love to discuss with the contestants. Over to you, Leslie.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Leslie, and I'm in charge of the developer relations of Cronos. So in the last month that we have been working together with Moralis team, and a lot of work together section, and we met a lot of different developers, get a lot of comments, and also they got amused by the capability of Cronos Play, Moralis version 1, version 2, and also some of our sponsors. Like Rockix and also Covalent, they got amused by the capability of those powerful tools that helps many other developers build on Cronos. So it's an incredible event that one of the best hackathon that we have hosted so far. So I would like to thank delegated this also thanks Moralis team of like making this happen. Yeah. So very excited about what we're about to see, the exciting projects in the final section. Yeah.
It's a packed studio here today. We have one of the members of RockX with us today, as well as Joseph, leader of our community engineers, that I'm sure many of you met during the course of the hackathon. Joseph, if you want to introduce yourself, then we can get going here.
Yeah, so hey guys, I'm the head of community engineers at Mel, sorry. And yeah, really excited to see. So I suppose like a lot of you meet me already in the Better Town. So yeah.
All right, and I'll invite you guys back up here during question and answer. In the meantime, I'm going to bring to the stage our very first project. So today we have not only not 3 finalists, not 5 finalists, but 9 finalist projects, and we're going to go through each and every one today. It's going to be a nice long session, so grab some popcorn, call your friends up, tell them to get on the stream, because we are checking out Web3 games all day today. Let me welcome to the stage here Victor, developer behind Gods Must Die. So Victor already has his screen shared here. I'm gonna put that front and center so he can get going. Welcome, Victor.
Hi everyone.
All right, and we've got you live with your screen shared.
Yeah, whenever you want, I'm gonna start.
Yep, go ahead and get started when you're ready.
Okay, so hi everyone. I'm going to present Ghost Must Die, the project that we just developed for the Hackathon Moralis. So first of all, let me introduce myself. Hi, I'm Victor, CTO of Bubble Games and the developer of the project. And this is Christian, the CEO of Bubble Games and the blockchain specializer. So let's move on. And what is Ghost Must Die? Ghost Must Die is a strategy and action game in which you have to survive the rounds of enemies and prevent that enemies from cross a portal. In the game, there's a portal with a life, and that life will be converted at the end of the game, if you survive it, into victory points. The victory points in the training mode, because in the game there are 2 modes. The training mode in which you can play for fun and for train, obviously. And there are the other mode that is the pulse mode. In the pulse mode, the victory points that I mentioned before serves you to get more chance to win the pool prize. So for clarify all that stuff, let me show you guys the Unity project. Okay, so here is it, the start menu, where is the training button. for play for fun or train, and the pulse button. If you click in the pulse, you go to that menu. In that menu, you have to first of all sync with your MetaMask app, and you get your wallet address here, your money of the game, the GC, got coins for trade in the game, and for the test, I use the Cronos testnet. So here is it, your T-Crow for trade the money of the game. So for trade, obviously, you have to, you must need a marketplace. So here is the marketplace where you can buy, you can use your T-Crow for buy the money of the game, GC, and you can obviously convert all that GC coins into T-Crow again and obtain all the gains of the pools. So this is the market stuff. And now I'm going to talk about the pools stuff, in which you can obviously use the money of the game, the GC, for buy tickets. Each ticket is for play one game. We have two types of pools, the day pool and the week pool. Each one has as maximum 5 games, and the other as maximum 10 games. So you can play as maximum that, and at the end of the pools, you will receive the percentage of the money invested in that pools. So for that serves the victory points that you earn when you end surviving into the game. So that's all the Moralis integration into my project. So now let me show you guys the game, and let me show you why it's very simple to iterate through the levels creation and all that stuff. First of all, I just created the 3D character that can go up through stairs and all that stuff. It's integrated with CineMachine and has an inventory system in which you can use your weapons, and the main thing of the game, you can use 2 traps. The traps serve you to prevent the enemies that comes that spawns to go to the portal that is here, and you can place traps all along these paths for prevent them to go to the portal, to decrease their lives. So that traps are positioned here in the grid system. That is the main thing of the game. So here I have the grid manager that converts all that simple grids. Let me show you. That is grid objects. So the grid manager bakes all that grids into one biggest grid. So the reason for the game that is very customizable is that you can customize all the grids. Like you can customize the width, you can customize the height, you can customize also the cell size. That is by default 1 meter by 1 meter in Unity transformation. And you can also, and that's very important, you can also rotate the grid, and that serves you to position the traps into the walls or even in a diagonal position. So that's really great and makes the level creation and level design iteration, etc., really, really fast. So now that's all for the game. So let me finish very quickly with, here. Okay, so let me finish with with that stuff. So for the Web3 part, we have full control of the market launch process, as we have launched other projects before, and know this new crypto gaming market very well. And for finish, let me say that the development of the game will have a low cost, as we have created tools to streamline this part, as you can see. The Web3 integration will be done in a responsible and sustainable way, out of the speculations and Ponzi schemes. And because we just want to make a fun game, and blockchain and NFTs will make it even more fun. And for finish, Moralis is a solution that has helped us with this, and thanks to its simple integration with Unity, there are thousands of possibilities to explore and to make much more fun and interesting this game. So that's all. Thank you for watching. I hope that was all clear, and that's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Victor. That was very great presentation. I'm going to bring Shiv, Leslie, and Yosef, and our friends at RockX to the stage here for a question and answer session following this stream while we get ready for our next presentation. Shiv, go ahead and take it away here.
Yep, the first question that I got in my mind was, how did you come up with the name?
The name? The name come because when I was studying my career, game development, I was creating that game for my TVG.
Yeah.
I really like Orcs Must Die is this game is a tribute to Orcs Must Die, and this game is the name is like Orcs Must Die, but I like more the gods theme.
Yeah, that makes sense. Guys, if you have any other question, please feel free to put down in the chat while we just discuss our questions with Victor. So Leslie or Joseph, if you guys have anything to ask.
Oh, hey. I really find it enjoyable watching the presentation, especially you break it down to like different layers, like the basic layers and also the marketplace layer, etc. So I think that one of the question I probably have is you also cover a bit of like the gaming logic itself. So it got like some daily task and also like weekly task. Would you like to give an elaborate a little bit more on like how does it work?
You mean the pool section, the day pool and the week pool? Okay, yes. So the idea of the pools is that all people can invest the money into play games. You can buy a ticket, and this is a game. When you play a game, you get victory points. So as much victory points as you get more chance to win the biggest percentage of the money invested in that pool. And the day pool ends at the end of the day, and the week pool ends at the end of the week. So that's the reason for have a maximum of 5 games into the day and a maximum of 10 games into the week. I have more cost in each one.
Got it. Thank you, Victor. Yep.
Thank you too.
Perfect. I think we are ready with our next presentation. But Joseph, if you have any other question to ask before?
Not from me.
Perfect. So let's move on to the second team, Phil.
All right, sounds good. And yes, moving on from here. As for any of the presenters here, if you want to share more information or more extended demo videos, our GatherTown space is still open. And I know that Joseph, did you post a link for that in Discord?
Yeah, I did actually in the announcement. So
perfect. So go ahead and find that link in Discord, and we can have extended discussion in GatherTown even during the live stream here. Thank you again, Victor.
Thank you too, and for the opportunity to be here. Thank you all.
All right. So coming up next here, we have Navy Online. I want to welcome Navy Online developer here to the stage. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, guys. Hi. Can you hear us?
Hey, everyone.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, that's great. First things first, thank you for this great opportunity. And for today, we are going to show you our presentation. We have a slides, and after this, we will show you the live gameplay. So let's
that's cool.
All right. Once you share your screen here, I can go ahead and add that to the live stream.
Okay. I think it is live.
All right.
Okay.
Yes, here we are.
Okay, so what is Navy Online? First things first, let me introduce you ourselves. Our team consists of 3 people. I am a lead developer and a co-founder. I have more than 11 years of experience, and the last 3 years I'm working on a crypto exchange. Also here, my wife, she's also a co-founder and a front-end developer. Unfortunately, our artist can join us, but still we will continue. Of course, we have a big experience in blockchain, so we have our own vision, and we will share it with you. So now it is obvious that GameFi has a lot of different problems. Inflation, paywalls, and different things like bots and clickers, because most of Web3 games, they all about asynchronous gameplay. So we need to do something with it, and we have a working solution. So our game, it is a fully featured online application on Cronos. We have naval real-time battles. You can see here we have ships with captains. All this is NFTs and pretty cute pixel art. We're going to bring the best experience from classic games such as skill-based gameplay and all this, and combined it with all modern approaches for the Web3. Of course, our game is pretty big and we have a lot of features. I will not go into cover all of them. I just cover the key, the major ones. Of course, we are free to play. Investments are not required at all. You can get all the tokens, you can get the ships or whatever for free. We have different income options, PvP, PvE. I will show everything in a few minutes. Yeah, let's quickly overview our main entities. We have 3 NFTs and 2 tokens. The first one is Island, which is kind of major real estate token. It can give you a huge income because our island owners have right to mine new tokens, and other players may visit your island and they can create a ship or upgrade it or repair it, and they will pay the fees and you will get it. The second token is a captain, which is actually your avatar, and you can attach it to your ship, and in this case you will get bonuses to your characteristics, skills, passive skills, active skills, etc. And of course, we allow to stake it to have a passive income. Last but not least is a ship. Of course, your main tool to swim, to battle, or whatever. We give the free ship to everyone. Of course, everything is upgradable, everything is repairable. You need to spend a lot of tokens because we want to have a constant demand on both of our tokens. Okay, now tokens. We have 2, as I said. The first one is which has a restricted emission. It is difficult to obtain. It is called NVY from Navy. The second one is AKS, which is Ancient Knowledge Scroll, I believe, which is used mostly for upgrades. Let's go next. Here we have a sneak peek of islands. Now we have 3 different options with different terrains, and they graded by visual rarity, because green one is the most common one, and the next star is more difficult to obtain. So as I said, it can give you a huge income. And let's go next. The captains, which is our avatars. As you can see, we draw a sloth We believe it is very first attempt to have a slot on the Web3. At least we tried to find it, and we wasn't successful. I think it is clear. Finally, the ship itself with your captain. It may be 3 different sizes. For this hackathon, we implemented only the small one and the middle one. Okay, let's quickly overview our token. The icon is in progress yet, so it is not the final version. So here is our supply, and for now we don't want to go anything except Cronos, because I guess it will be an exclusive. Of course, we want to have decentralized organization because we want our users to have ability to vote for new features and all this. Let's quickly overview our tokenomics. You can see it here. More than half of the tokenomics will be for in-game rewards and mining and staking. Other numbers you may see here. If someone interested, of course, I can comment it. We have different options to obtain tokens. We have daily missions, weekly missions, leaderboards, PvE, PvE rewards. Well, all this is available, and we try to bring best experience from well-known projects. Let's quickly overview our roadmap and go to the demo. So we already implemented MVP of our game, and honestly, in 1 month, we pushed ourselves, and we have 15K of lines of code. It was a crazy experience, and we really enjoyed. And now we must win this event because we have huge plans. Yeah, and we must release our first collections in order to have more investments and go live. We have more details in our white paper. I will not cover it. So if you're interested, you can check our white paper. It has huge amount of details. For example, for captain, we have different parts here. For the ship, we have repair costs. All economic features was calculated carefully. For example, you can see how many attempts you need, how much tokens you need to spend. We have everything we discussed here. And here is our website. We have a video, but unfortunately we were in a hurry, and you can see our cursor of mouse here, but I think it is okay. It is also fully featured, collections, NFTs, roadmap, questions here. Okay, let's go to the demo. As I said, we don't require any users to pay, so we can play even without a Web3, without a wallet. So I can just click start, and here you can see free captain. It does nothing, and the free ship. It is small, it has 2 cannons, and it doesn't require any maintenance. Here is our map, so you can freely move around it, and we have different activities here. So I can join. Here's my ship. I'm not sure if you can see it on the stream or not, but we have a very nice water animation. We can move around axis, and
The animation's coming well. We can see it.
Okay, let's now show how we can work with the Web3. So if I click login, will ask me to password. One thing to note is that we're working on testnet for now, and you can see when you're logged in, you're able to see much more features. For example, here is my balances. I have different NFTs. So I have a paid captain. I have a pretty big ship, and of course I prepared it in advance just before a submission. Here is testnet. So here is my transactions. Here is my tokens, NVOI X token. So yeah, what do we have here? We have daily missions. We can check how many items in the collection left. So if you want to buy it, you need to do it from the game directly. So if I click buy captain, I will see MetaMask or your web wallet, whatever. Let's go. Stay a while and listen from Diablo. Okay, let's wait for a while, and after this, we can check that we have a new captain. Okay, about our entities, as I said, captain, ship, okay, we have a mine, I mean island. It generates me a new tokens. This is how it works, and about my ship, you can see it has an integrity, but free ship doesn't. This is because we want to make sure that we have a constant demand, because we need to make sure that our tokens wanted, or how can I say it? I'm not sure. So when you die, you will lose one integrity point, and it will require you to spend some of your assets. Okay, let's jump into the game. I'm already on the boss area, so I can join. I can move around. Unfortunately, our AI is pretty dummy, so it just stands and just shoots. But still, I can try to kill it. And if you can see, we have a very nice recoil animation for our cannons. Yeah, I think this is really cool. So I completed daily mission, 5 bosses killed, and in a few minutes we must see new income in tokens. Okay, final thing I want to cover is an island. I already asked my wife to join. Okay, here you can see 3 persons. I don't know who is this guy on the right corner. So I'm an owner. You can see it by my Ethereum ID. So everything is online. We implemented WebSockets. We implemented everything from scratch. So you can join. You can test it, whatever. I think that's it for most part. The last thing I want to cover is that we implemented it from scratch without Unity. We have a different, interesting implementation of our backend, front end. If someone has any questions, we will be glad to answer. Well, I think this is done for the most part. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. That was very cool. You know, just taking a look at the different dimensions to it, I want to try it out already. I think that some other people on the stream are probably thinking something similar. We have time for maybe 1 or 2 questions here maximum, because we do need to get on to our next one here. However, we can continue extended question and answer in GatherTown. I noticed you guys are already in GatherTown, so if you're watching the stream and you want to talk with our game creators here, please join using the link in Discord. Yeah, of course, and we will be able to get in touch in GatherTown later if someone have questions.
Yeah, so gentlemen, if anyone has any questions, Rick, Leslie, yourself.
Yeah, I think I just have one question. I mean, wonderful, gameplay and also the demo. So I may not like go into the gaming part. Actually, I might go into the blockchain part. So I saw that you have like a daily mission, and then you successfully redeem some reward. May I know that how would that reward being distributed to the user at the end at the blockchain level?
Well, yeah. Well, actually, it is controlled by our backend. So we have a database, and we store a counter of your kills. And when the counter is maximum, our backend will issue a new transactions into the blockchain. So we have integration with Cronos on our backend, implemented with Ethers.js. So we just mint new tokens, and it will be sent. Wait a second, I will open my my testnet. Yeah, sorry, I'm not sharing my screen, but according to the Explorer, I can see that my tokens already sent. Well, I'm trying to say that some of our logic is controlled by the backend, like issuing of new tokens, issuing the rewards, and all this.
Wonderful. Yeah, that's a very clear answer. Yeah, thank you very much.
Perfect. Quangli, Rick, anyone? If you guys have any questions.
Just clarify, what's the function of island here? Because in the fight we see that we require the captain of the ship, right? But what about the island?
The island, well, it can generate new tokens, because I'm not sure have you saw it or not, but the mine on the island has an animation with the tokens flying out of this, and if you own an island, you can start mining, and after 1 week you can gather reward in tokens, and other players they can go to your island, and only on the island they can upgrade, repair, and create new entities, new NFTs. So NFT is like a scheme. So you need to create it, and you need to pay tokens. And you, as an island owner, you will get the fees from that. So we try to make sure that our island is a very valuable asset. It can generate a lot of tokens. Here is the idea. And finally, it is the basic block of our metaverse, because in future we want to have a lot of different activities for islands, like clan wars, group gameplay, and all this. I hope.
So, sorry, can I maybe continue on, because that's pretty interesting about the island utility, because how to say, regarding the upgrade, is there any upgradable aspect about the island as well, or maybe something going to be implemented? And I'm also wondering, when we say upgradable, it probably people expect maybe increase the value of the island NFT in some ways, but could it be if you say there's war, maybe the value can decrease or destroyed, or maybe even taken by some others through your gameplay or something like that?
Yeah, I understand. Well, taking by some others, we will save it for the clan gameplay, not for now. But if we're talking about upgrades, when you upgrade your ship or your captain, you will get a new abilities. You can read more about it in our white paper. We described it. And if we're talking about islands, upgrades will allow you to have more income. And it is not implemented yet, but when we upgrade our island, we want to make it bigger and change its visuals. It is also described in our white paper, so you can go deeply if you want and check it.
Just time for one last question here that I saw in the chat, and I wanted to make sure we didn't miss it. Question is, wonderful project. What is the tech stack for the back end?
Okay, the tech stack is very interesting because we have online gameplay. We want to make sure that we have the same logic on both the client side and backend side, because we have a lot of calculations, a lot of checks for collisions and etc. And for our client, we choose Hex programming language, and for backend, we use TypeScript and Node.js. And we implemented our engine in Hex. And why we did it? Because we can compile our Hex engine code into JavaScript code and use it on our backend side. And it will work like we have the same code on both client and backend. If someone interested, I can send the source code if you want. It is free. WebSockets for communications and REST, HTTP. We have huge plans, guys.
Amazing. Well, on that note, guys, I would like to continue talking about this too, but we do have several more pitch sessions to get through. So let's continue discussion and gather.
Sorry for time consuming.
Oh, no problem. Thank you so much for your presentation today. Really, really cool to see. I'm certainly going to give it a shot later on today when I'm trying out some of these games.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
On that note, let's welcome. Oh, thank you. On that note, let's welcome Arcade Chain to the stage here.
Hi guys.
Slav.
Hi guys. Yeah. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening, whoever you are from. So this is Slav from Arcade Chain here, and I'm super proud to be part of this event. And I like to perhaps start with sharing few notes about about the project, about who we are. So let me just start with sharing my slides.
Perfect. Let me know once you're sharing your screen here. I should be able to add it to the stream.
Yeah, 1 second. I am now. Can you see that?
I'm not seeing it shared yet here.
Okay, 1 second. I got to move it to the different screen. 1 sec.
And if it's a slide deck and you need to send it to me, that's another option there too.
Let's try again. Okay, I need to send that to you. I lost my permissions apparently.
Go ahead and send that over to me here, and then I'll go ahead and share it for everybody on the stream. Always some slight hiccups with these, long showcase live streams, but that's part of the fun. Here it is. All right. I'm going to bring Shiv and Yosef back on the stream here real quick just to give us a report. Are you guys in GatherTown right now?
I am not yet. Let me go there.
I might have to join as well.
On the way there, nonetheless. I noticed when I was over there a minute ago, we already have some people there, and we want to make sure to move our discussions over there as we go so that we don't run too long here. I'd like to keep it as close to 2 hours as possible. That said, I've got a video here from Arcade Chain, and then I've also got a PDF. So are we playing the PDF first then?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Let's add that to the stream here. Give me about 10 seconds and we'll be good to go.
Yeah. And meanwhile, guys, while you're listening to the pitch, if you have any questions, feel free to share that in the chat. We could try to answer one or two at least here, but if you want to extend your talk and maybe talk to these devs, feel free to hop in and gather, and you could have brief, broad discussions there.
All right, we're just waiting for that slideshow to load here, and we're going to add it to the stream. Here we are. So, Slav, as we go here, go ahead and let me know when to advance your slides. But other than that, the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you. Now let's move on to the first actual slide, please. Okay, so let's start with our team. There's a three of us. We've got Agnes, who is our game and web designer. All this beautiful stuff you will see shortly is all thanks to her. She also makes sure our stuff works. So that's Agnes. We've got Miłosz with us as well. He's our Unity development guru, working through building the game and also looking after our community engagement, Twitter and such. And I'm the last piece of the puzzle, project lead. I'm doing all things that those two didn't do, or keep them busy as well. So this is our team. Very, very excited to be part of this hackathon. And Phil, if you can move on, please. I would like to start with the vision, with what we are here at Arcade Chain believe in, and what makes us different, and what we try to achieve. So our goal is to, although for the hackathon here, we've created one game. Our mission is to bring to the table more small, medium-sized games, full of fun, full of engagement. And we want to build those obviously games to be on the blockchain, and where it's appropriate for the gameplay to be NFTs enabled. We try to do things build be different, and for security and convenience for the users, for the players, we decided for all our games to be run on the stablecoin. So no custom in-game tokens from Arcade Chain, or there would be well-known stablecoins for the gameplay and reward. Obviously, which aim to be multi-chain because we can. There's nothing stopping us from doing that. And if in the long run we are thinking of bringing to the table also Arcade Chain token, this token, as mentioned before, is not for the gameplay. It's for people wanting to invest in the Arcade Chain platform, and they will be participating in all the profits of the platform by stacking, holding those tokens. And the token itself, by design, will be deflationary. It will it have not only the finite supply that would not increase, but also will be burning it on a regular basis. Next step. Next slide, please. Okay, so let me just explain what we've built for Hackathon, and what we are now, and what is the future for that slot game we built. So for Hackathon itself, we built our MVP one. Okay, our goal was to bring the game to life, and we wanted to make sure we can build it. We make sure we learn new things, new tool chains and environment. And Cronos was brand new things for us, so they're all good learning curve. Lots of fun doing this. So we built MVP one back of last week, and that's what we submitted. But we had a week before then and now, so we run MVP two since, and our focus on MVP two was to improve game stability and optimize API calls. And that's now success. We've finished that yesterday, and we now look in the future. So we've got plans for 3 more iterations. One is to have a proper look at security and game economy, just to make sure we all good in there. Next, we're going to move to having cross-device, mainly mobile gameplay. And last but not least, definitely, we want to enable in-game NFTs for the slot game. So that's a biggie for us. And if you move on to the next slide, this is what we very excited about, to enable the NFTs to be part of the slot game experience. So everyone knows what the slot machine is, and most of us seen it played one form or another. But what we thought it would be very nice to introduce NFTs to the gameplay, whereby you can win NFT by essentially spinning the slot machine, and then use them back in the game as a power up to your spin. Each NFT would have unique properties to itself, like increased win chance, increased win yield, bonus, and a chance to win another NFT. This is what we're planning to do as an end product for the slot game before we move to the live environment. And so this is like a quick overview of where we are with the slot and how we get the point. So what's next, Phil, is the video. If you will play the video itself, this is the gameplay.
Of course. Yeah, let's add that here to the stream. Just 1 second.
Hello, this is Slav from Arcade Chain, and it is my great pleasure to present you with the slot machine, the game our team developed just for Moralis Cronos Hackathon, and it is available to see on our website, arcadechain.io/slot. And once you go there, you scroll down a little bit past the explanation, and you'll see it. The game itself, the smart contract for the game, is deployed to Cronos test network at the moment. So instead of stable coins that you would normally use, you need to get yourself some TUSDs, which is the tokens we created ourselves just for testing, and you can get those by following the link over here and submitting your wallet address, and we'll send you some. How would you play? So you play essentially by clicking the play game button. Very simple. Once you've done that, you see MetaMask sign notification, and if you sign that, you are presented with the token authorization screen. So essentially, you need to authorize your in-game tokens to spin. So currently, one spin is worth 10 TUSDs. And you can select how many spins you want to approve by using the slider here. Let's approve 2. Once we hit approve button, MetaMask will pop up again, and if you confirm you approved amount, the approved spins count should jump from 0 to 2. Here we go. It might take some time, sometimes, depending on the blockchain speed. And here we are. What you see now is the main slot game scene. In the top left corner, you see how many spins you got still approved. In the right top corner, you see how many tokens you have won and you can claim back to your wallet. And obviously you've got the table on what pattern in the slot machine gives you to use this. And you simply play the game by clicking the spin button. And once that's done, again, you present it with a MetaMask confirmation pop-up. Once you confirm entering the game, you see the machine will start spinning itself. And in our case, we just want 10 TUSDs, so we break even. And the 10 TUSDs will be added to your winnings count, which you can then claim back by pressing the claim button and confirming transaction in the MetaMask. And after a few moments, the count should go down back to 0. It takes a little bit of time to get that on the blockchain, but sure, here it is. We are now back to 0. The winnings are now in our wallet. So this is it. This is how the game goes. Should you want to find out more about the project, what we do, what our plans are, and what we are stand for, please visit our our homepage. You can find all the information about the project here. And thank you for your time. Thank you for watching this. See you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Hello, this is Slav from Arcade.
I'm going to invite our panelists back onto the stream here while we prepare for our next one. Now, of course, as usual, we do have some time here for questions. Time is limited, so the more we can answer, the quicker, the better. And take it away, Shiv, leading question and answer. Shiv, you are muted still.
Oh, sorry. So I was saying, I'd like to give a chance to Rick if you have anything to ask, as we have got our chance. So Rick or Guangli, if you guys have anything to ask here.
I found it quite interesting, Slav. Well done. So very interesting project. Maybe my only question that I would have right now is if you could tell us a little bit more about the token that you created for the purpose of the slots. You mentioned that you created a test token specifically. Maybe you can tell us a little bit more, put some context as to what kind of methods you used, and yeah, that would be my question.
Yeah, so the game, when it goes live, is gonna be run on stablecoin. Okay, for the purpose of the testing it on the testnet, we just found it easier to create our own token, ERC20 token. There's a public faucet. If you submit your wallet, we essentially gonna fire some TUSDs back to you. Obviously, this is just to simulate a stablecoin as you would have it playing it on a live environment.
That makes sense. Like having a game on stablecoin makes players much more comfortable thinking about they don't have to worry whether token is going up or not. They could just focus on whether they're enjoying the game to play or not, and then it's just about the gaming experience that they have plugged in with some Web3 power. So I really like that aspect.
Precisely, that was our key point. If you want to play, you want to play. You don't want to spend hours finding out where to buy it, how to buy it, what is the exchange rate now? Do I need to sell it quickly because it goes down? All of this is out of the question if you do the stablecoin.
That's perfect. Gentlemen, anyone else? Guangli, Joseph, Leslie? if you guys have anything to ask.
Yep. I just want to check because the token holders can get the share of the profit, right? So, so how does the whole platform earn the profit? Can you elaborate that?
Okay. Yes. So this is not part of what we built so far. So this is a future improvement to the platform. However, to answer your question, by playing the slot machine, okay, players can win or can lose, right? There will be good chance for them to win. Obviously, otherwise people won't play the game. But the odds are against the players. There's a margin whereby there will be 1 or 2% where they might, well, they will lose the money. All these fees for the players that didn't win will build up in the pot, for the holders or stackers of Arcade Chain token to be shared against. So all those fees build up, and when the pot is ready to be shared out, we're gonna dish out all this money to holders to the stackers of the token. So the token itself is nothing to do with the gameplay per se. Is with investing into the system itself.
Perfect. That makes sense. And actually, I also came across one game that I would like to share. It was me and Joseph that we were in an event, and then we were discussing this with one of our devs, and he shared that it's like he's building the game that he was building in. It literally just ran through the transaction fees. Let's say you want to play a game with 5 of your friends, then you all put in some money, and then there's 3 winners who take up the money, and the other 2 people who lose the money in the competition, they just put the money for the other people who are winning it, and the transaction fees is where they were running. So that's kind of nice model to hear about. So yeah, over to you, Phil, going for our next one.
On that note, let's move further discussion of Arcade Chain over to GatherTown and prepare for our next host here. Thank you so much, Slav, for joining us and for presenting on your project. Wonderful to see another one we're excited to check out here today for sure.
My pleasure.
Okay, so at this point, let me welcome Deb with Crypto Dice to the stage here. Deb, how are you doing today? Oh, you may be muted still. Oh, there you go.
I'm fine, Philip. How are you?
Very well, very well. So I understand you'll be sharing your screen and presenting a bit on your project, Crypto Dice, with us today.
Yes, thank you.
I'm ready when you are, and the stage is yours.
Yes. Can you see my screen?
Just 1 second while I get it added here. Oh, I try sharing it once more. I saw it there for a second. Okay, adding to the screen to the stream now, and we can see your screen.
Okay. Hello everyone, presenting Crypto Dice. I am Deb from India. I work as a Unity developer and part-timer in a startup, and I have participated as an individual in this hackathon. So Crypto Dice is a simple play to fun game using Web3. Why Crypto Dice? Aim of Crypto Dice is to engage mass audience to play crypto game. Players who are not much aware about crypto game or not ready yet to start playing crypto game or think crypto game is a complex thing. So Crypto Dice aims to provide simple environment to user to start playing crypto game. And Crypto Dice also aims to build user trust so that player will trust crypto game, so they will trust our company and will show interest in our upcoming projects. So what is Crypto Dice? So Crypto Dice wishes to achieve its goal of engaging user and building trust using its simplicity. So CryptoDice provides simple interface and a simple game to attract audience. User don't need to be a pro gamer to play this game. And simple authentication, we know Moralis provides one-tap solution to authenticate app with crypto wallet. So player can sign in with crypto wallet just by one tap with our game. And CryptoDash also provide a in-game marketplace. Player does not need to go outside of game and don't need to purchase any game item from the outside of the game. So player can do everything inside of the game. And CryptoDash also provide a simple game that anyone can play. And most important, that is a casino game. And also CryptoDice provides reward. Player can earn real money, real crypto by playing this game. Gameplay motivation of this game is roulette. Roulette is a famous casino game, and this is a bit complex. So we have make a simpler version of this game, and we will go to now to the live link to see the gameplay of this. Let's share. Sorry. Here is our game screen running. It will take some time to load. So here is our game screen running. So here is the bet board. We can bet an amount chips, that is a in-game currency chips, that is a ERC20 token. We can bet here in that bet board. There are 6 numbers, 1 to 6, and we can bet on any single number, or we can bet on any odd or even or black number or red number. So we are betting on odd. So if we confirm the bet, this is showing that you are not signed in. So we need to connect with our wallet first. This is taking some time. So we are signing in with MetaMask. This is taking too much time. Sorry, I think some error occurred. Sorry, I am replaying the game. Connecting with MetaMask. Sorry, I am sharing a video with you guys. Gameplay video because we can't run
No
the
worries.
game
Yeah,
now.
I can play a video.
Sorry for the inconvenience.
No problem. Yep, we're adding the video to the stream right now.
Yes. So can you see the video? Now, if we confirm the bet, now again it is showing that bet video and confirm the bet. We will get reward, and suppose we bet on this black number, then after rolling the dice, if the outcome is 2, 3 or 6, then we will get reward. Similarly for even or odd numbers, if we bet on even numbers, then if the dice outcome is any of the even number 1, 2, 4 or 6, then we will get the reward. And for odd, if we bet for the odd, then if the dice outcome is any of 1, 3 or 5, then we will get reward. Let's bet for red colors. Let's bet 10 chips for the red color and confirm the bet. Here it is showing an error that you are not signed in. So we need to authenticate with our wallet at first. For that we need to click on this connect button. We will get a request on the MetaMask wallet. Let's connect with MetaMask wallet. Sign in with MetaMask. So now if we confirm the bet, now again it is showing that bet chips exceeds the available chips we need to buy from the marketplace, because at first we don't have the chips, so we need to buy. For buy we need to go to marketplace here and we can buy chips. So here we can see our wallet address and Cronos balance, and now we have 0 chips, so we can buy chips by entering number, and here we can see the price of the chips. One chips equal to 0.002 Cronos. So we can buy any number of chips from here. Suppose if I buy 10,000, it will cost 20, and we have 50 Cronos. Let's for now I will buy 100,000 chips. Let's confirm the buy. We need to confirm on MetaMask wallet to buy the chips, and it will cost 2 Cronos. Here it is showing that it will cost 2 Cronos. Let's confirm. After buying we have 45 Cronos, because it cost 2 and it cost 3 for gas fees, transaction fees. So it will be better if we buy more chips once. Let's back to the game. Now again confirm the bet for red color. We need to confirm the bet on the MetaMask wallet. Let's confirm this bet. And after confirming the bet, we need to roll the dice. We bet for red and we get 2. 2 is not a red color, so we lost. Let's play again. Let's enter for the even number. Let's bet 50 chips. Now after losing the 10 chips, we have 990 chips and we have now bet 50. We can here check the payouts. Here payouts are saying that for single number, if we bet on single number, we will get 5-1 payout. 5-1 payout.
And I'm just going to pause this right here so we can move to question and answer. Deb, is there an area where people can view the remainder of the demo, or could you maybe make that available in GatherTown for anyone who wants to keep going with the rest of it? But I do want to move to question and answer just so we have enough time.
Yeah, sure.
All right, gentlemen, welcome back on the stream here. Shiv, you're muted, sir.
Okay. Second time in the row. So, anyone in the panel have any question for Deb? Yep. So seems like we don't have many questions here. So do you? Did you unmute?
No, I don't. Seems the game is pretty simple and easy to follow, so I think everything is pretty clear from my part.
Perfect. If any questions do come up, let's move that discussion over to GatherTown. Thank you, Deb, for your presentation today. Great stuff, and looking forward to talking with you more over in GatherTown. Next up, we have Space Oz here today. Add Space Oz onto the stream here, and go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
Yeah. Hello everyone. My name is Madhav Sharma. So basically I am one of the team members who has developed this game called Spaces, and I shared you the video. You can continue with that.
That's correct. So we'll go ahead and get that demo video playing here right away for you. Just 1 second while I add that to the stream.
Everyone, my name is Madhav Sharma. Today I would be showcasing you our project submission for the gaming Metaverse hackathon called Spaces. In the current Web3 gaming space, most of the games out there are heavily focused on the play-to-earn model, and as a result of this, the games become less enjoyable and more of a task to complete. What happens due to this is the community of the game becomes less loyal, and it is very hard for the game to survive in the longer run. So to overcome this problem, we have developed a game focused on the play and earn model, which means that the game is more enjoyable, and the main focus of the game is not on earning but the enjoying aspect of it. What happens as of this is we can focus on the community growth and have a less entry barrier and allow the regular gamer to enter the Web3 market. So what's the project workflow? So let's say Bob wants to play the game. Bob would go to the SpaceOZ website and go to the inventory, which is the NFT marketplace, and purchase warships and buy upgrades from there. After which Bob can enter the playground, which is the game arena, and select the ships and upgrades that the user holds. After entering the game, the main task of the game is to destroy enemy ships and asteroids and gain points as progressing further. The more the user gain points, the more the user can claim the SPT tokens and earn those tokens for himself. How it works? So it is a basic three-step system. The first step being buying warships from the inventory, then entering the playground and basically earning based on the score. What's the revenue model of Space Source? So Space Source has two main revenue streams. First one being transaction based, which means all the transactions happening in the NFT marketplace would bring revenue for the platform. And the second being token based, which means the more strong community we have, the more token value would be increasing in the future. So let's have a look at the demo. So this is the Space Source website. As you can see here, all the ships are being listed and according with their price as well, and you can see the upgrades here as well. In the top left corner, the balance of the user is being shown, and so yeah, let's test buying a warship. So let's click on 0.1 CRO. Let's click on confirm. Yeah, so the transaction has been successful and the number of owners is updated as well. And now let's purchase a bullet upgrade using the SPT tokens that we have. So the SPT token is the in-game native token using which you can buy upgrades and ships as well. So let's click on Sonic Shot. Yeah, so the owner's value has been updated. Now the user owns a ship and bullet upgrade as well. So now let's go to the playground. So yeah, so this is the game. As you can see in the top right corner, the balance has been synced with the user in Unity. Now let's click on play and select the ship and the bullet that we just purchased, and let's click on play. So yeah, this is the game. The user can roam around the space and basically shoot enemy warships and asteroids, and basically, yeah. So the aim of the user is to survive as long as he can and score more. Balancing लगता है. So yeah, the game is over. Now let's click on claim and let's wait for a second. So as you can see in the bottom left corner, the SPT token has been increased by 2. So yeah, this is a demo. Now moving forward, this is the roadmap for the project. In August and September, we have completed our MVP development and we are starting to create a community. In the next couple of months, we would be adding features to the game like multiplayer, adding more utilities, improving the UI UX, and like features like OpenSea integration and mobile support. In January, we would be starting our first closed beta for the game and starting taking community feedback. And in the next month, we would be launching our open beta, and finally in May, we would be doing our public release. What are the future scopes of the Space Source? These are the features that can be added in the future, like skill-based matchmaking, integration of SBTs for achievements, story modes, in-game voice chat, leaderboards, and all of the mentioned here. Moving forward, this is the game that currently exists in the gaming space, and we are basically trying to create a similar kind of experience, but on top of Web3 and yeah. This is the team. Myself, Madhav Sharma. I am the blockchain developer for the hackathon, and Kunal Jain is the Unity game developer for this project. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Madhav.
Very nice presentation. Shiv, let's start with question and answer here. I'll add our panelists back in.
Yeah, that makes sense. So that was a nice demo, Madhav, of the game. And yeah, my question to you would be like, how's the tokenomics around? Like, you showed us the demo part one, and okay, user wins a battle and he gets some tokens. So how does the supply maintain itself?
Yeah, so that was definitely a thought that we had to like brainstorm about. Basically, how can we make a tokenomic system which is quite simple but survivable as well. So the idea is that the game should be addictive to the user, and the user should be able to want new ships and new bullet upgrades. So basically, the more tokens the user gets, the more big purchase the user would be able to make in the inventory marketplace. And basically the flow of the tokens would like go in a loop, basically by getting tokens from the game and spending them in the inventory, which is the NFT marketplace. So this is a basic simple loop that we implemented. But we are definitely like brainstorming on new ideas as to how we can make simple tokenomics but more survivable. And this is just a basic idea that we came up during the hackathon.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, yes, Lee, yourself, anyone?
Yeah, so I have a bit of question. So like, seems like the game itself, you need to purchase an item or NFT for the inventory before you can play. Like, do you think like it will be kind of like a hurdle for people who just maybe like want to play the game for free, not even want to like purchase anything? And yeah, I'm also like kind of curious, like since you say you're already building a community, probably you already get some feedback. What are the people saying about it as well, if they have any opinion?
Yeah, so basically like adding on that point that you mentioned, we actually had some feedback regarding that. And basically the idea was to basically build multiple simple games and allow the average gamer to join into the web3 space. As of currently, the game that I showed right now, definitely it is an hurdle that you need an NFT to you need to purchase an NFT to enter the game. But that's definitely an idea or a thought that we are like really focusing on, as to how we can eliminate by making the web3 thing optional inside of a game, so the user can basically play the game. But if he or she wishes to buy the like get the NFT or basically get those tokens, he can opt in for the web3 space, which is and this is a experimental feature that we are currently working on. So yeah, hope I was able to answer the question.
Okay,
What I would suggest, Madhav, here is probably have, let's say, a free NFT with zero power or something like in the metadata, which says like, okay, which tells to a game that they are on a free NFT, and just give them the same Web3 experience, because in that way you can onboard the user to the Web3 ecosystem as well for the same free aspect. And also, like, yeah, since he is also already on Web3 side of your game, then it will be much easier for him to transition into a paid customer or something like that, or maybe a paid user. But yeah, I'll just pass the chance to Rick or Kwangli if you guys have any questions.
Thank you. Yeah. What I'm curious about, and great presentation, by the way. You mentioned in October you are going to start to work on the multiplayer aspect of the game. Maybe since it's a really hot topic for many game developers right now, perhaps you could tell us a little bit more about the plans and how you're gonna tackle the challenges and and opportunities that you might have in the context of multiplayer authentication, also in the context of Web3. Yeah, that would be my question.
That's a great question.
Yeah, so basically, like the plan was to add multiplayer from the start, but when we started development of like the multiplayer system, and at that time the Unity's main net code, which is a library for like multiplayer system, it was still in its alpha stage. And basically implementing that at the time of the hackathon was quite complicated. So that's why we added that as a future task that we are going to complete in the upcoming months. And the plan is to basically implement the same kind of a competition system that existing web2 games have. So I basically attached a screenshot in my presentation as well, which is an existing game which has a similar kind of idea, but basically people join in a room and basically fight for the domination on each other. So what happens is that this increases user attraction towards the game as well, because people like to compete. And so the main idea is to implement features which would allow the users to like be motivated to come to the platform every day and compete with each other, and have a leaderboard system as well, so that so that the user have the motivation. That's the main reason. And this is just a vague plan that I just told you. Like, we are still implementing other features first, because if we have a 2D game which is single player and it is ready to be published first, then we can add multiplayer features in a later stage. But if we don't have the game itself ready for public use, implementing multiplayer itself would just like mess up the whole platform in itself, because then you have the risk of people cheating with the game, having different hacks in the game. So that's why like we are still multiplayer is like at a later stage in our future roadmap.
Perfect. So if we don't have any other questions, I would like to invite Phil back on the stage. If we could go with the next team.
Absolutely.
If they're ready. Yeah.
Thank you again to Space Oz. Wonderful presentation, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys in Gather Town for further discussion.
Perfect.
Coming up next here, we have Planet Giant. Now, I saw them here in the studio just a minute ago, but it looks like we need them to rejoin here. So while we're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and put another question up on the stream here, and that's, is the Moralis team going to provide any feedback about the unselected projects? So it's no secret, and in case you didn't know, this is for your information, our community engineer team is our judges for hackathons. So they're going to have the most hands-on feedback for you about your projects. Now, they're very busy in there, especially around judging time. So if you have a long question asking for a lot of feedback, you may need to be a little patient while they get back to you, but they are there to help you. So if you have a question about, what about my, this portion of my DApp, what do you think, things like that, they can help answer those questions and guide you down the path of further developing your dApps. Joseph, do you want to add anything on that?
No, I think that's about it. So thanks, Cyril.
Perfect. All right. I see Planet Giant is joining us now. I'm going to go ahead and clear off the stage here and welcome them. Okay, Planet Giant, you are live.
Hey, how are you?
Doing very well. How are you today, sir?
We're doing great. We're in Bangkok today, so sorry there's some disconnection. Sometimes the internet is a little bit unstable, but we're doing great.
Perfect. Now, I have a video from you guys ready to share. Do we want to start with that video presentation? All right, let's roll that right now.
Giant is a single-player game which is part of a way bigger multiverse connecting this game with other games. We want to make a game which will be available on web, console, Epic Game Store, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch in the future. We have like a story when actually the player is actually the bad guy. So that is kind of unique because it doesn't happen a lot in video games. Everything happens on another planet, called Planet Korea. The main goal is to capture all the fairies in it, because those fairies actually are the most important element on this planet. But they're being protected by giants. When I mean giant, it's like really tall. One of the most important things is stay alive. You have to survive for like a few minutes, so each game session has 5 minutes. You have to capture as many fairies as you can, and then to exit the castle. On all of this, we were being crushed by giants. From the idea that the game will be connected to other games with different stories. So all those different stories will be interconnected into like one single multiverse. We want to have like giant points, but also we have like special seasonal events in it. So season and customization will be like a core element. Moving forward, there will be like a big bag with players can actually put all the NFTs in it, but the bag itself may just be like an NFT itself. So all of this is also designed for partnership in the future, meaning if Coca-Cola wants to put their cans in it, Red Bull, or the bag can be like Hermes or Louis Vuitton, it's absolutely possible.
So here is our game. And here's the start menu, which have our logos, the start buttons, and the quit buttons. And when you press the start button, you can process to the next phrase, which is a character selection menu. By default, if you are the first time to play this game, there's only one character you can use. You can unlock more characters when you play the game and unlock the achievements. When you select the characters and you can process to the next scene, the first thing you need to do is to connect your wallet to the game, and this tools is provided by Moralis. So after you use your MetaMask in your phone to scan the QR code, you can connect your wallet to the game. And our games will detect whether you have our NFT or not, and if you have it, we can give you some booster like extra time, like speed and jump. But you are first time to hear, there will be nothing in this menu for now. But after you finish the first level, the second level, and the third level, we will mint some free NFT for you, so that you can try out how the games can integrate with blockchain NFTs, and how the NFTs can really give you some advantage or abilities in the game. Yeah, so the gameplay is pretty simple. You need to run away from the giants and save the freebies, and try to save all the freebies and hit to the exit within the limited time. In the very beginning, the limited time will be 5 minutes, but after you play a few games or you can buy some NFT in the marketplace, you can have extra time to like finish the game more easily. Another thing is the giant coins you can see here, and yeah, it is kind of a collectible for now and only for unlocking the achievement, but in the future maybe we want it to be a tokens or some kind of NFTs. Yeah, it is pretty hard if you don't have a jump booster NFT to get it. Yeah, you still can, but you need to like spend more time or more hard to get to the rooftop and get the giant coins.
Designed this first game, to be the first game of our multiverse. We believe that there is a great opportunity in the size of market for GameFi markets. Our aim and our goal is for our multiverse, which will be our portal with many different games, to reach at least 1% of the market, which would be at $20 million. We've done a lot of market study, and we've seen that actually, across all age groups, there's a preference for single-player games. We understand for the younger demographic, they also like multiplayer games. So we've specifically designed this multiverse story to be expandable, and for future games, we have the flexibility to design different variety of genres of games, so that the players who enjoy the story, who enjoy this game, and yeah, it's been a great honor to be able to participate in this Cronos Moralis Hackathon. We've had so much fun. It's incredible that our game developer designed all of the game demo that you see in just 6 weeks. We've dreamed of this whole concept within the 6 weeks, and really thinking about how can we bring gaming to the masses, especially using blockchain technology. So we hope you enjoy it, and you see the opportunity and potential that we see as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, great presentation, guys. Let me pull our panelists on here because I know that we're going to have some questions. Really cool, explorable space that you guys created even early on. I love that.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right, Shiv, you are muted.
Oh, sorry about that. That was an interesting demo, guys. And yeah, to start with, yourself, Leslie, do you guys have any questions?
You know what? It just reminds me of Attack on Titan. on that demo game. So yeah, right. I mean, so I think in this case is like we the major target of your project would more be building the actual platform for like different games. Is that something that you would be like more focused on instead of like the individual? Yeah.
Individual games. So first thing is you're right on. The first reference was Attack on Titans, indeed. Giants attacking people in the castle. That was the main reference for our games. The full Unity team behind is fully fan of the manga. So yes, Attack on Titan. Then it's not about the platform. For us, we wanted to create a massive mashup of different stories gravitating around one big game, so this which is Planet Giant. So the goal is for us is we are working on multiple games. Okay, all of them are completely different from each other's, but can have NFTs. And we were thinking it would be excellent for us to have any in the game that could be working on with Planet Giants. So one example is having in the cat game, having an NFT cat will actually give like a cat skin on Giants.
I think what maybe like to your point, yes and no. I mean, the game itself is something we really want to continue to improve and build out more. But as we were building the game, obviously one question any game developer will think about is, well, why blockchain? Well, what's the point of adding blockchain in here? And
That's
as we were creating it,
yeah,
as you can see with the season boosters, those are actually NFTs, right? And as we were just throwing around the idea, we came up with the story behind the Planet Giant of why the player is there. And really the player is there to become the ruler of the universe. They're a villain in this story. So you're originally we thought you were rescuing the fairies, but actually you're capturing the fairies for their power. And then it kind of unfolded itself, the story, where we realized, oh, it'd be kind of nice if like, let's say like after you get these fairies, there's a way for you to do more with it. Because in the story, you're trying to get the fairies for their power. So imagine you then can stake your fairies. That's something that we can understand from both the game perspective and also the blockchain perspective, but in a way that doesn't require you to, go above and beyond. It's just part of the story. So we're trying to play around with like the story elements to really make sense of why we're adding in staking or how this can continue to expand. So, whether it's the game itself becoming more complex, but also we're thinking, it's possible, let's say you're staking the fairies and then you're upping your XP, you're maybe getting some giant coins. Maybe it lets you to have extra advantage or opens up new planets. And those new planets would be these different types of games. But like David said, these games could be anything. They could be a really super casual game with cats, or it could be like an MMO. As long as we can fit it into the universe of a pretty crazy universe that a player just wants to be the ruler of it, then maybe it's quite expandable that way.
Yeah, I agree with that. Creating the story and also the theme itself. It's like the part of the very core part, and then you can attract different users from like different age group to your game platform, and also, well, not just the platform, and also the entire story, and also the entire universe. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Great points around game mechanics, Leslie. And yeah, talking about the blockchain aspects, as you guys said, right? Like if you guys are planning to add staking, then probably it has some certain aspect which is related to the game, instead of looking like it's enforced in the game, like, okay, you have to do it or something like that. That will be really cool as well. Let's say someone stakes their NFT to maybe charge up how speed they could run or something like that. So yeah, that would be cool. So passing it ahead, Guang, Clay, and Rick, if you guys have any questions. Okay, I think we are good for now.
Okay.
Thank you again to Planet Giant for joining us today. And if you guys have some time, go ahead and scoot on over to GatherTown. There may be more questions for you there.
Okay. Right. If you play the game, you can get some free NFTs in it. So jump on board.
Amazing. Check it out, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Okay, next we have Meta World. I want to welcome Meta World to the stage. How are you today, sir?
I'm fine. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity. I'm Jigar. I'm representing behalf of my team. I have already said video with you, so I mean you can start it. Then I will continue.
Perfect. Yeah, let's dive right into it. I've got your video right here.
Yeah.
As soon as I get that shared to the screen, everybody sit back and enjoy the Meta World pitch.
Hello everyone. We are going to present Meta World game, a virtual world where players can challenge each other and play mini game together. This game is using Cronos testnet. In this game also includes buy coins from in-app purchase with Cronos, get daily ERC20 game token, unlock virtual world item as NFT 1155. So let's start Meta Game World with live game demo. This game is using MetaMask to authenticate players with Moralis Unity SDK, and this game is made with completely in Moralis SDK. Database is also saved on Moralis database. In this game, we can change username. Also, we can choose avatar. In this small open world game, we can play with other online players. We have kept funny animation for entertainment. We can also challenge other online players and we can fight with them. We can also visit their virtual world. On right top side you can see coins which we can earn from game or we can buy from in-app purchase. Next to it we can see number of games we have win. Below that we can see ERC20 token which we can get from daily game reward. On left top side we can see coin purchase shop. Next to it we can see virtual world item which is basically NFT 1155. Next to it it's my collection which we have unlocked NFT in this game, and next to it it's virtual world button where we can visit our virtual world. So let's start with one live transaction of in-app purchase. So as you can see, we have get some coin and balance is updated. Let's also buy virtual item which is NFT 1155. So transaction has been completed and it will take some time to reflect in our My Collection. If we click on any item, then we can get more information about it. Basically this is fetching from NFT metadata. If we click on globe button, then it will bring us to our virtual world. This virtual world is created with our own NFTs. We can also visit other players' virtual world. This game also contains mini game which you can play and earn coins. So if we talk about smart contract, then we can check on Cronos scan. This smart contract is of in-app purchase and NFT 1155. This another smart contract is created for daily game token which is ERC20. If we talk about tech stack, then we have used Cronos testnet to deploy smart contract for in-app purchase to buy coins, ERC20 smart contract for reward token, NFT 1155 contract for virtual world. We have developed this game in Unity game engine and we have used Moralis SDK. We are developing games since last 8 years and it was a really great experience of learning and building during this event. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity.
Excellent. Oh. Excellent presentation there. Let's get our panelists back up here for some question and answer.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, Jigar.
Yeah, hi.
That was a nice demo.
Thank you.
Really enjoyed how simply you put that, like nice music and any
Actually,
small
we
little
started.
animations around.
Yeah, actually, we started in blockchain game development from last 3 months only. So we are just learning and developing different things.
Yeah, and I think like your experience in game development, where you
Yeah.
like the small form factors that you added, right? Let's say like when a guy was beating the other one with a stick and like whatever the weapon
Right.
that he had in the hand, then there was some little animation which will give user feedback on the game, and that's important. You know how to make your
Yeah.
game much more fun and engaging.
Exactly.
But yeah, let's
Right.
move ahead to the questions. Leslie, Joseph, if you guys have anything to ask.
Hey, very good demonstration. I think it was
Thank you
really
so
good.
much.
I have one question, and I think
Mm-hmm.
it's apparent by now that I'm a big fan of multiplayer. So what
Right.
intrigues me a lot is to learn a little bit more about your experience on the session, on the multiplayer part. I think you have already had experience, as you mentioned,
Right.
in working on session management, these sort of things. But how did you
Yeah.
tell us a little bit more about your experience in the concept,
Yeah,
in the
sure.
context of.
Yeah, definitely. So basically here we have used Photon, Photon library, which is for Unity, in which we can, by default, they are giving a free for 20 users, 20 CCU. And then we can upgrade as per our need. So currently we have used Photon library that can also support, room management. Everything is supported by them only. So we don't have to mess up with that thing. We basically have to create room, and then users can join automatically. We can also host on our website. They are giving us license for that, so we have used that. And for voice chat, there was no other option. Like Unity has limitations of doing streaming over the web, so we have used also Photon for that, for voice chat. So basically we are sending voice chat data over the Photon. So yeah, we have used Photon for this Unity game.
Cool. Nice. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Perfect. So if we don't have any other question, I would suggest let's move on to the next participant, Phil.
Perfect. And thank you so much. Moving on
Thank you.
from
Thank
here,
you so much.
let's clearing the stage for our next presenters. Next up, we have Wildcard. Now, going to be a full stage here for Wildcard with Felix, Dominic, and Devin from that project. Welcome, gentlemen. How are you doing today?
Thank you. Very well. And
Thank
you?
Doing well.
Very good. Very good. Since we have such a full group here, did you guys want to share at all your roles within the project?
Sure, we can do that. Front-end developer and project manager, same with Devin. And we have Dominic taking care of the backend and the smart contracts for the most part. And yeah, without further ado, I think you can go ahead and share your screen to show the video, and afterwards we will be ready for some questions from your side.
Beautiful. Here's the Wildcard presentation. Everybody lock in.
It is a sports cards trading platform with fantasy football manager gameplay. My name is Felix Pravitz, and I'm here with Dominic Hackett and Devin Lomeray, and we built this project for the Moralis x Cronos Hackathon in late summer 2022. Without further ado, let's just jump right into it. First, we'll authenticate with MetaMask and Moralis. First, we find ourselves on the account dashboard, where we have a quick overview of our total points, the play NFTs, and the legendary NFTs we own. As a new user, we want to jump right into the marketplace, where we can go ahead and purchase a sticker pack, which comes with 6 randomly selected World Cup players, which we'll need for later if we want to participate in the manager tournament. So first we go to approve. Now we'll purchase the pack. On the marketplace, we also have the tab of the open market, where you can sell and purchase individual players. The next step is to go into our collection and look at the players we have. The collection looks like this. We have an image of the player, their name, their number, the team they're playing for, their position, and the type of the card, whether it be common or legendary, like here.
we can go ahead and list a player on the open market. All we have to do is type in the price in Crow, click sell player. Transaction went through, and after a couple of minutes, this button will change from sell to listed like we see here. Once we have enough players, we can jump into the manager section, where we will be asked to select a formation for our team. We'll go with 4-4-2. So we'll select the player, and this is the goalkeeper. So we go with our goalkeeper, we go with our defenders. If I were to choose a player twice, we'll get an error. So we have to make sure that every player is just playing once. Now that we chose our players, we can go ahead and confirm our team, which stores this whole information in the Moralis backend. Now, whenever an actual game happens, we're pulling the real world data to see how our players are performing. So if Cristiano Ronaldo, for example, scores a goal, we'll get like 3 points. If Kaisuke Osako, our goalkeeper, saves a penalty, we'll get 5 points. If any of our players gets a red card, we'll have -3 points. So in the leaderboard, we see all the addresses participating in the manager tournament. The objective is to be number 1, 2, or 3, because after every round, for example, the group stage, a certain prize pool is being distributed amongst the top 3 players in the leaderboard. Now, where does the prize pool come from? Whenever a sticker pack is purchased on the marketplace, 10% is being put towards the prize pool, which is then being distributed. Place number 1 gets 70%, place number 2 gets 20%, place number 3 gets 10%. Let's move over to the matches section, which is basically a calendar where we can see all the games that are happening at a specific date and time. So on November 20th, we want to make sure that all our players that we own from Qatar and Ecuador are in my team to get the most points. The day after, we want to make sure that all our players from England and Iran are in my team to make sure however these players are performing in the real world are getting us the most points. So as a player, you can really go in and change your team after every single match to make sure that you will be leader in the leaderboard, right? So from here we can go over to the team section, which basically is our sticker album. We can see the players we own, they're checkmarked with a green checkmark, and the potential players we could get from a randomly selected sticker album or sticker pack that we buy. Now, if Qatar is playing in the next game and we want to make sure we have more players of Qatar, we can also go into the marketplace and check if any of these individual players is available for purchase. We can go to the open market and be like, okay, I don't own this player yet. He is from Qatar. He's playing in a forward position. He is likely to score a goal. So we can go ahead and purchase this one. And now he's off the market. Those are listed by me. So if I were to purchase this one, it wouldn't work because I can't buy my own tokens. So from here, we can jump into the insights where we have a breakdown of our points. The different stages we can select from. Right now we're in the group stage. We scored 6 points with our player Hassan from Qatar. Qatar versus Ecuador was the game he scored those points. If we want to have a proper breakdown of the actual point categories, we can jump into this tab and see red card gives us -3 points, a clean sheet gives us 1 point, a penalty save gives us +5, and so on and so forth. Alright, back full circle to the account overview page. We see we have 24 players, of which 2 are legendary. One way to push this to the next level is by basically giving the legendary players bonus points on their performance. The way to obtain legendary players will be by using your total points to upgrade a common player into a legendary one, so you could perform better on the leaderboard, or you could be like, okay, I'm gonna sell this on the marketplace for a higher price. One more thing I want to mention before this video is getting too long. We have a football as our logo. That doesn't mean that this gameplay is necessarily limited to football only. You can use it for basketball, ice hockey, any kind of sport that's interesting. We think that the sports fandom is quite big and has a lot of potential of being one of those driving factors to get more people into the cryptocurrency space, because sports unites people and is understandable for everyone. And it's not about making money necessarily. Obviously, you can make money if you do a good job, but it's about collecting the items and having fun, hustling, creating your own team, mix matching team players, and see how far you can go with it, right? Thank you for your attention. I hope you enjoy it, and hopefully see you soon.
Hey guys, that was a nice presentation. So, do we have any questions?
Yes, I can begin. Yeah, so I myself is a big fan of fantasy football. So I think that the following question could be a bit harsh and also doesn't no correct answer to that. So fantasy football, something very similar to that, has been well developed in Web2 in that context. So I think we are getting a step into the Web3 gaming, especially in your project. So how would you see the difference between the Web2 fantasy football versus your project?
I think
it. Go ahead.
Okay, I think the idea of NFTs and collectibles. I think that's a major difference. At least you have something to collect after the tournament is over.
And you can sell it freely on the marketplace. I'm not really sure how fantasy football in the Web 2 world works. I'm not sure if you can sell your players without being restricted with the actual organizer of the fantasy football gameplay, if that makes sense. So we're in the crypto world, and the NFTs, it's up to you to decide what you want to do with your NFTs at this point, And we're kind of merging this fantasy football with the spirit of Panini sticker albums. Like many Europeans know this kind of concept, and it's like quite a big thing where we thought that bringing NFTs into that and merging it with fantasy football is quite an interesting concept, essentially.
And I'd also just like to add, you can also think about the concept of dynamic NFTs. So instead of just holding a sticker or a trading card or something that stays static forever, you have something that could change based on real world, happenings and something that carries value over time.
That makes sense.
It does, yeah. Thank you very much.
Perfect. So, do we have any other questions, Rick? Go and clear yourself, or we can move to the next team.
Thanks so much, guys, for your presentation, and feel free to join us in Gather Town for further discussion. Let's move on from here to our next or our last pitch presentation of the day, and that will be hosted by Cronos Invaders. I've got one member of the team here. Let's add him to the stream. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hi, Phil. I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Doing very well. Welcome. Now, I do have a video ready for you guys to get going. Did you want to introduce yourself first and share what you do with the team?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Nail. I'm from Cronos Invaders. I'm a full stack developer, and I develop Cronos Invaders with my friend James. James is also a full stack developer. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here today because of work commitments. So we put together this demo over the weekend. And yeah, once you play that, Phil, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Perfect. Well, we'll hop right into it.
Great. Hey guys, my name is Nail, and today I am presenting our hackathon project, Cronos Invaders, to you. Cronos Invaders is a free-to-play Space Invaders themed game with play-to-earn mechanics and embeddable NFTs on the Cronos network. Our game has two main modes, single-player and multiplayer. Every run of our single-player mode will produce a random set of conditions, which when met will unlock a stat upgrade for the user. The stat upgrades themselves are NFTs, and users will have the choice between passing or minting on their random token. Users are incentivized to upgrade their spaceship, as once every month the top 16 players who have the highest score on the single-player mode will be invited to a 16-man tournament. This makes up our second game mode, which is multiplayer. 50% of all proceeds from minted NFTs are sent to our tournament contract. The winner of this 16-man tournament will be whitelisted, and the funds inside of the tournament contract can be withdrawn by them. This process restarts every month. So let's jump into the application, which I'll be demoing along with my colleague James. Here is our login page, which makes use of Moralis in order to authenticate the user's wallet via MetaMask. Upon authenticating a new wallet, an entry is created into our backend database, which holds publicly available information such as wallet address, NFTs minted, and stat upgrades. This is the application start page. You'll notice at the top we have the start button, which is highlighted, and then we have the tournament and upgrade buttons, which are faded out. The reason for this is that as this is a new user, they have not yet unlocked the tournament nor the upgrade section. Users will need to play the single player mode and achieve a high score, a specific high score, in order to unlock these. For the sake of demoing, we've set the threshold quite low. We've set it at 500 points in single player mode. In production, this will be randomized and be a much higher number. There may also be additional objectives which need to be completed, like kill X number of enemies or survive for such and such a time, and so on and so forth. So with that, I'm going to pass it over to James, who will explain the single player mode to you.
Okay, with that all said, we can now move on to the actual gameplay. So you control the character using the arrow keys, and you can fire with the spacebar. First level, level 1 is being shown here, and the enemies you get here are very basic. They'll simply just come down the screen like so, very much like the classic Space Invaders game on which this is based. So now we've just done that, we are now reached level 2. The enemies in level 2 are slightly different. Now they will have a chance of randomly moving either to the left or to the right. Now we have reached level 3. These guys again bring their own gimmick, this time in the form of having a probability to fire every so often. Notice how not every one of them is firing. Each one basically has a probability of firing at a certain time. As I say this, we've hit level 4. Level 4 works a bit differently, so now you'll get a random pool of all the enemies, but for every 100 points you get a double coin flip, first being the chance of something happening, like an increased spawn rate, and another coin flip decided by how much that increase would be, aka a small increase or a large increase.
Thanks for that, James. And now you'll notice that the tournament and upgrade buttons are both highlighted because James achieved more than 500 points on his run. So with that, I'm going to demo the multiplayer functionality. So if we click on the tournament button, it will take us to the tournament page, which is password protected. For the sake of demoing, the password is currently password, all in lowercase. And I'm going to open up a new tab with the same password, and now we have 2 users inside of this room, so I'll put them side by side. You might not be able to see that, but they're side by side right now, and I'm going to kill player 2 using player 1. You'll now see that player 1 is in fact the winner, and the winner can now claim their winnings from the smart contract in MetaMask. Upon clicking on the claim winnings button, I'm presented with a MetaMask window asking me to sign the withdraw transaction. Currently the contract is empty, so I'm not going to do that, but it's there if you'd like to test it. And now I will demo the upgrade page. Upon clicking on the upgrade button, I'm brought to the Spaceship Workshop. Inside the Spaceship Workshop, I can run a mint roll. I have randomly achieved a stat upgrade of 3 in speed, which I can mint for 1 Cronos on the test network. So I'm going to confirm that transaction and wait a few moments for it to go through. We've received this success message. Now, if I return to the home page and I start a new single player game, you'll notice that my ship is moving slightly faster. My ship now has a speed of 8 instead of 5, and I should be able to achieve a much higher score in my single player runs using this speed upgrade. In terms of future improvement for Cronos Invaders, we would like to first and foremost port Cronos Invaders to both iOS and Android. This shouldn't be a big task given the structure of the code base. In addition to this, we'd like to introduce new ships into the game as NFTs. This would be in addition to the existing NFT upgrades which exist currently inside of the game. Users would be able to switch out different ship options and be able to play with different sprites and different skins, etc. We'd also like to improve the complexity of single player mode. We can do this by incorporating temporary power-ups which grant users special abilities for a period of time, as well as additional enemies and types of enemies. We've had some discussion about potential boss battles and things like that, and all of those things would operate on some type of probability basis with the coin flips and the like. And then finally, we'd like to introduce enemies and hazards into PvP mode. PvP mode right now is a little bit boring, and we'd like to make it a bit more challenging and add some obstacles and extra difficulty into it for the players. Thanks for listening, and I'll be happy to take any questions.
Perfect. That was a really nice presentation. It reminded me of the game Galaxians from 1979, which I used to play in my childhood. And I like the fact you guys bringing it back like in a Web3 way. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, without further ado, we could start taking up those. Leslie, Joseph, Rick, Quantley, anyone?
Well, I have something to add on this one. I love the that you introduced the PvP dimension to it, because while I've seen, I was born in the 80s, so I've seen many iterations of Space Invaders in my life, but I've never seen one that introduced a PvP mode as well. And so I thought that was really cool idea that you guys brought to the table there. And thank you very much for that presentation.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, the multiplayer mode was just something that we wanted to add in to kind of add a bit of a modern flair to it, and it also allows users the ability to earn back any money and additional money that they spent on the NFTs. So it kind of ties into Web3 quite nicely.
Beautiful.
Perfect. And yeah, that's it. If you guys have any questions to Nail from Cronos Cronos Invaders, feel free to hop in our gather town and we could discuss with them there as well.
Absolutely. Well, thank you again to Cronos Invaders for your pitch today, along with all of the other participants as well. Okay, so at this point, I just want to tell everybody we will be over in Gathertown in about 15 minutes. Anybody who's available, just for extended discussion, and of course, mark your calendars for 2 p.m. UTC on Thursday. 2 p.m. UTC on Thursday is our awards ceremony where we will reveal our winners. And we will have, some additional statements from our sponsors, things like that. Of course, right now, I want to thank Cronos, RockX, and Covalent for being a part of this hackathon effort. We could not have done it without you guys. And just looking forward to seeing everybody at that awards ceremony. It's going to be a great time. And if that's not enough for you, we'll see you in Gathertown in a few minutes here. Everybody have a great day.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming by.
Thank you.